going to talk about cost and management accounting exam paper, 2022, right, 2022. So this is the May 2022 paper, sir, paper analysis. So I must tell you one thing, sir. If you listen classes carefully, easy to do it paper. So here, first question number 1A, material chapter. 1 minute. Right. A Limited, a toy company, purchased its requirement of raw material from S Limited at the rate of 120 rupees per kg. The company incurs a handling cost of 400 rupees plus freight charges 350 per order. So in this sentence, ordering cost per order 400 plus 350, 750. Next, unit price of raw material 120. So incremental carrying cost of inventory of raw material is 0.25 per kg per month. So converted into per annum, 0.25 into 12. 3 rupees. So that is denoted by T. Next, in addition, the cost of working capital finance, that is the interest on capital invested in raw material purchase cost. So that is 15 rupees per kg per annum. So 3 plus 15, that is carrying cost per unit per annum equal to 18 rupees. Ordering cost per order 750. Unit price per kg of raw material 120. So next, the annual production of the toys, that is the annual production, that is the annual demand of the company product 60,000. 5 units of toys are obtained from 1 kg raw material. Therefore, annual usage equal to 60,000 divided by 5. 12,000 kgs. That is the annual usage of raw material. Sir, here one thing is observed, sir. No inventory levels. Therefore, annual usage becomes annual demand. Right. So this is the answer, sir. So 12,000 kgs. Carrying cost per unit per annum 18. Ordering cost per order 750. What they are asking in this question, sir? Calculate economic order quantity, EOQ. Next, advise how frequently company should order to minimize its procurement cost. Procurement cost means ordering cost. So assume 360 days in a year. So advise how frequently company should order to minimize the procurement cost. So that is the how frequently, that is the gap between two orders. So here number of days equal to 360 days. Calculate the total ordering cost and total inventory carrying cost per annum as per EOQ. So same problem is already in material, sir. But in the problem given in public exam, one new point is added. That is third bit. Calculate the total ordering cost and total inventory carrying cost per annum as per EOQ. So this is already discussed at the time of introduction of EOQ. Am I right? So TOC plus TCC are square root of 2 AOC. Generally, TOC and TCC at EOQ, nothing but square root of 2 AOC. Shortcut form. So this is already discussed in introduction, sir. So the main material, sir. CRD3, sir. A company manufactures a product from a raw material which is purchased at 54 rupees per kg. So just the numbers change. The company incurs a handling cost of 1500 plus freight charges 4,000 per order. The incremental carrying cost of inventory of raw material is 1.50 per kg per month. In addition, the cost of working capital finance on the investment in inventory of raw material is 8 rupees per kg per annum. The annual production of the product is 96,000. 4 units are obtained from 1 kg raw material. Just the numbers change, content is same. First bit, calculate the economic order quantity. Second bit, advise how frequently orders should be placed for procurement. So that is the time gap between two orders. Time gap between two orders means number of days in a year divided by number of orders in a year. Right? Next, C. So if the company proposes to rationalize the placement of, so here third bit change, sir. In the examination, third bit is calculate the TOC and TCC at TOQ. It is simple. Square root of 2 AOC. Content I had already discussed at the time of introduction, sir. So TOC plus TCC. So if you listen to the classes attentively in the classroom, easily do it, sir. Okay, right. So this is the 1A 5 marks question. Next. Second. Question number 1B, sir. PQR Limited has replaced 72 workers during the quarter ended 31st March 2022. The labor rates for the quarter are as follows. Flux method 16%, replacement method 8%, separation method 5%. So, same problem is already there in MM material, but in the problem given in the exam, just amounts are changed. So, if you listen to the classes attentively and appear for all our revision exams, then you can easily answer all these questions with the conceptual clarity in the main material. Right. So, this is the question set. The information regarding number of employees on roll in a shopping mall. CRD 16, sir, not CRD 15, CRD 16. The accountant of Y Limited has computed employee turnover rates for the quarter ended 31st March 2011. 10%, 5%, 3% respectively. So company cost accountant had already calculated labor turnover rates under different methods. Under flux method, rate is 10%. Under replacement method, rate is 5%. Under separation method, rate is 3%. If the number of workers replaced during this quarter is 30, find out the number of workers for this quarter. Recruitment and joined, left and discharge. So this is the study material problem, sir. So just only 2 bits. In original problem, just 2 bits, sir. So this is additional question, sir. This is added, sir. So additional bit is added to this question. That is the equivalent employee turnover rates. Equivalent employee turnover rate. So in the examination, same application, sir. Here also question is asking equivalent employee turnover rates. In our material also equivalent employee turnover rate. As original problem just 2 bits, sir. Recruit and number of workers recruited and joined, number of workers left and discharge. This is additional bit. Same procedure follow in exam paper also. So here also question is asking equivalent employee turnover rates for the year. So first, recruited and joined, left and discharge, equivalent employee turnover rates for the year. Here also accountant had already calculated labor turnover rates. Okay, sir. Here 72 workers, sir. Number of replacements. Here accountant had already calculated labor turnover rates under flux 16%, under replacement method 8%, separation method 5%. So here also question is asking average number of workers on roll. So here labor turnover rate as per replacement method. Number of replacements divided by average number of workers. That is given in the problem 8%. So apply the values, then find out the average number of workers 900. Next, number of workers left and discharge 45. Number of workers recruited in joint 27. So equivalent employee turnovers. Given rates are equivalent to 1 quarter. So multiply with 4. Then we get per annum. So under separation method, equivalent employee turnover rate 5 into 4, 20%. Under replacement method, 8 into 4, 32. Flux method, 16 into 4, 64%. Clear? So this is the 1B. 1B, sir. I will tell you one thing, sir. If you had followed Masterminds material, Masterminds guest questions, Masterminds revision exams, clearly I can say paper is very easy. Paper is very easy. Otherwise tough. Right. Next, 1C. Public exam question paper 1C, sir. So 1C, this is marginal costing. TopTech, a manufacturing company, is presently evaluating 2 possible machines for the manufacture of supervisor pen drives. The following information is available. Selling price per unit of machine A 400, machine B 400. Variable cost per unit of machine A 240, machine B 260. Total fixed cost per year 350 lakhs, 200 lakhs. Capacity of machine A 8 lakhs, capacity of machine B 10 lakhs. So recommended which machine should be chosen? Generally, this problem can be done in 2 ways. Either profit motive basis or indifference point basis. Which one is more profitable? That should be chosen. So this can be done in 2 ways. Directly calculate the profit. Which machine having high profits, then that should be selected. Otherwise, in other case, calculate the indifference point. Calculate the indifference point. Then decision making. Suppose indifference point volume, demand, product demand, compare. So product demand is more than indifference point. Low variable cost option should be selected. Product demand is less than indifference point. Low fixed cost option should be selected. So in classroom, as per indifference point, decision making is as per indifference point. But in the examination, question is just to recommend which machine should be chosen. So you can select any mode, either indifference point mode or profit mode. So simply calculate the profit. In case of machine A, suppose here, see this. So machine A 1570, machine B 1480. Machine A should be chosen since machine A profits will be higher than the alternative method, indifference point method. So calculate the indifference point. Indifference point in units equal to change in fixed cost divided by change in contribution per unit. Sometimes only cost details are given. In that case, change in fixed cost divided by change in variable cost per unit. After calculating the indifference point, then decision making, sir, if the range of the product, that is the product demand, is more than indifference point, in that case, low variable cost option should be selected. Suppose if the product demand is less than indifference point, in that case, low fixed cost option should be selected. So this can be done in 2 ways, either profit motive basis or indifference point basis. You can select any one. Marks are granted, sir. Okay, right. So this is the 1C, sir. So similar problem is already there in MM material. In the exam details, machines are given, but in our material, 2 alternative manufacturing methods are given. If you have conceptual clarity, then you can easily answer this kind of problems. Conceptual clarity purely depends upon how attentively you listen the classes. So see the main material, sir. So page number, so this is the, so this one, sir. LR Limited. LR Limited is considering 2 alternative methods to manufacture a new product. It intends to market. The 2 methods have a maximum output of 50,000 units each. So here product demand equal to 50,000 units. And produce identical items with a selling price of 25 rupees each. The cost details are as under. So here variable cost per unit in method 1, that is the semi-automatic method, 15 rupees. In method 2, fully automatic, 10 rupees. Next, fixed cost in method 1, 1 lakh. In method 2, 3 lakhs. So here question is asking cost in difference point in units, interpret your results. So here decision making is based on cost in difference point. But in the examination, question is asking choose the machine on profit basis. So you can select any mode, either profit motive or indifference point mode. Right. So this is the 1C. Next 1D, sir. This is the service costing. So not yet discussed in classroom, sir. So service costing chapter, sir. This problem was taken from old syllabus, that is IPCC. Costing 50 marks and FM 50 marks, that is old segment. So this problem was taken from old syllabus, sir, that is IPCC. Hence we cannot trace it in material or ICAI sources of CA Inter. But if you have listened to the classes well and if you have good conceptual clarity, then you can comfortably answer this problem based on the knowledge of material. But still we will update our 48th edition of material to include this kind of problems also. So for the students of 47th edition, we will provide supplementary material. So this is old exam pattern problem, previous examination pattern. So IPC segment, that is the old segment. So 1D, so old exam pattern, sir. So first 3 questions are very, very easy. So 1D old segment exam pattern paper. So that is the first question. Next, second question. So 2A, overheads. In manufacturing company, the overheads is recovered as follows. Factory overheads, a fixed percentage basis on direct wages. Administrative overheads, a fixed percentage basis on factory cost. But rates are not given in the problem. So in the first question, compute the percentage recovery rates of factory overheads and administrative overheads. Here 2 job details are given. What are the common things? Overhead rates. Here rates are missing. So frame the equations. First find out the cost equations for job 1 and for job 2. Solve the equations and find out the rates. So these 2 job to cost equations are always intersect at their common points, that is the recovery rates. Once the recovery rates are getting, then calculate the factory overhead amounts for each job and estimate the admin overhead amounts for each job. Am I right? So same problem is already there in material, but in the problem given in the exam, just amounts are changed. If you listen to the classes attentively and appear for all our revision exams, then you can easily answer all these questions with the conceptual clarity. So see the main material, sir. Main material number 179. In an engineering company, the factory overheads are recovered on a fixed percentage basis on direct wages. Administrative overheads are estimated on a fixed percentage basis on factory cost. The company has furnished the following data relating to 2 jobs undertaken by it in a period. So direct material cost incurred for these 2 jobs, direct wage cost incurred for these 2 jobs. So selling price for these 2 jobs. Next, profit percentage for these 2 jobs. Here question is asking computational percentage recovery rates of factory overheads and administrative. Second, B. Calculate the amount of factory overheads, administrative overheads and profit for each of the 2 jobs. Same question. Calculate the amount of factory overheads, administrative overheads and profit for each of the 2 jobs. Same. Next, third question. Using the above recovery rates, fix the selling price job 103. So here also Using the above recovered rates, determine the selling price to be quoted for job 3. Job 3. So just numbers change. Same as this problem. Okay. 10 marks. So this is the overheads chapter. 2A. So 2A completed. Next 2B. Contract costing, sir. Not yet discussed in classroom, sir. So this is the pending chapter, contract costing. So 2B, 5 marks. Paramount Construction Limited is engaged in construction and erection of bridges under long-term contracts. It has entered a big contract at an agreed price, 250 lakhs, subject to escalation clause for material and labor as spelled out in the contract, and corresponding actual are as follows. So here details are given, sir. So prepare a statement showing the admissible additional claim of materials and labor due to escalation clause. Determine the final price payable after admission of escalation claim. So page number 577, main material 577, sir. So this is the problem. Just the numbers change, sir. Just the numbers. Same problem is already there in MM material, but in the problem given in the exam, just amounts are changed. Same slang. Same as it is. Next. So 2A completed, sir. 2B completed, sir. Next 2C. So 5 marks question. This is theory question. Job costing. Not yet discussed in the classroom, sir. So distinguish between job costing and process costing. Okay. So theory material 74, page number. So this one. Distinguish between job costing and batch costing. Here questioner is asking job costing and process costing. Same question. Job costing and process costing. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So process costing already completed, sir. Job costing still pending. So already features of process costing, you know. So expenses classification of expenses on functional basis. Next, product cost, total production cost, period cost, total administrative overhead cost, total selling and distribution overhead cost. So this is the problem number 2C. So 1A, 1B, 1C, dead easy. 1D, old syllabus content. 2A, easy. 2B, easy. 2C, easy. 2A, 10 marks. Overhead chapter. 2B, contract cost, not a discuss. Next, job costing and process costing difference. So this is the guess questions here. Guess questions. So 1A material chapter in guess questions analysis paper. Last column, sir. Page number 16. Question number 1, 90%. So CRD 3. CRD 3. Question number 1. Question number CRD 3 in main material. In main material, CRD 3 is 71. So in main material, CRD 3. So this is the guess question, sir. Guess questions. So question number 1, 90% means here numbers change. Numbers change. Next to employee cost Question number 5, 95%. Just amounts are changed. In marginal costing, sir. So here, decision making in our classroom, decision making based on indifference point model, but in examination, profit motive. So you can select any option. Next, service costing, nil, sir. Next, overhead. So in guess questions, question number 3. Question number 3. In overheads, question number 3. Question number 3, CRD 6. Question number 3, CRD 6. Overhead chapter 179, page number 79. So, question number CRD 6. In guess questions, CRD 6, question number 3. Overhead chapter, total guess questions 9, sir. Third guess question, CRD 6. Total guess questions in overhead chapter 9 questions. So, third question, CRD 6. So, this is the 2A. Next one, sir. Contract costing. So, guess question number 4. 95%. Just numbers change. Just numbers change. Okay, right. So completed. So, second question completed, sir. Next, 3A. Third question. So, third question, budgetary control. Budgetary control. So, not yet discussed in classroom, sir. So, that is the last chapter in our syllabus. So, not yet discussed it, sir. Here, similar problem is already there in our material. Examiner has simply changed the amounts and combined two problems into a single problem. Matching. In our material, please check the assignment problems. Merging problems. Two merging problems. So, similar problem is already there in our materials. Examiner has simply changed the amounts and combined two problems into a single problem. If you have conceptual clarity, you can easily answer this kind of problems. So, don't be in wrong notion, sir. Every problem will be twisted. There will be a few problems in the exam which will be like given our material. So, that is the merging problems. Merging problems are also provided in assignment section, sir. Merging problems. Next, reverse calculation problems. So, academics, sir, Prakash, sir, so many ideas, innovative ideas are sharing while preparing the materials. So, this merging idea, next to reverse calculations, these problems are introduced in assignment section. So, here also two problems are merged, sir. So, this is the budgetary control, sir. Budgetary control. In our main material, page number 530, 532. 30. Right. This is the CRD 2, sir. CRD 2. And next to CRD 5. CRD 5. So, these two problems are merged and create a new problem. So, that is given in the problem. So, if you listen to the classes carefully, simply do it, sir. Next. Right. So, this is the budget and budgetary control, sir. So, guess questions soon. No guess questions. No questions. Next question. Next one. Question number 3B. First chapter. Cost sheet. Very simple problem was given in the examination. No adjustments, just fair, plain. Said the following data are available from the books and records of A Limited for the month of April 2022. Stock of raw material on 1st April 2022, 10,000 sell. Raw materials purchased 2,80,000. Manufacturing waste 70,000. Depreciation on plant 15,000. Expenses paid for quality control activities 4,000. Lease rent of production assets 10,000. Administrative overheads related to production, directly mentioned, related to production. Next, expenses paid for pollution control and engineering and maintenance, that is the factory overheads. Stock of raw materials on 30th April 2022. Primary packing cost, it is a part of cost of production, Next, to research and development cost, process related. Packing cost for distribution of finished goods, that is the secondary packing cost. Advertisement expenses, that is selling and distribution expenses. Stock of finished goods on 1st April 2022 was 200 units having total cost of 28,000 rupees. The entire opening stock of finished goods has been sold during the month. Productive during the month of April 2022 was 3,000 units. Closing stock of finished goods as on 30th April 2022 was 400 units. You are required to prepare cost sheet for the above period showing that cost of raw material consumed, prime cost, factory cost, cost of production, cost of goods sold, cost of sale. So here rate of profit is given in the problem. Here rate of profit equal to 20% on sales. Rate of profit equal to 20% on sales. So similar problem is already there in our material. Examiner has simply changed the amounts and combined two problems in our material. So that is CRD 3 and CRD 5. Cost elements are in CRD, some elements are in CRD 3, some cost elements are in CRD 5. So that is the combination of some merging of CRD 3 and CRD 5. So don't be any wrong notion that every problem will be twisted. So there will be a few problems in the exam which will be like what is given our material. So here the merging of CRD 3 and CRD 5, 95%. Reason, the numbers are changed. Some cost elements are in CRD 3, some cost elements are in CRD 5. So merging and create a new problem. So that is given in the examination. So just the numbers change. So number 3B, am I right? So cost sheet for the month of April 2022, sir. Opening stock of raw material 10,000, purchase 2,80,000. Closing stock of raw material, less closing stock of raw material 40,000. Raw material consumed 2,50,000. Next, prime cost 3,20,000. Next, gather the factory words, sir. Here factory words are gathering. Depreciation on plant, lease rental charges, expense on pollution control. So next, net factory cost. Primary packing, research and development, quality control, administrative related to production. We get cost of production for 3,000 units. Adjust the inventory levels relating to finished goods. We get cost of goods sold. Next, add selling overheads. Next, packing cost, secondary packing cost. Next, advertisement. So finally, cost of sales. Here cost of sales ready. Then here rate of profit is given in the problem. Find out the sales amount 4,48,000. So divided by 2,800, 160 rupees. 160 rupees. Already do it, sir. So selling price per unit already calculated. So 160 rupees. So this is the cost sheet. So in main material, cost sheet, 1 minute. So 30, 34. 30, 34. So this is the CRD 3, sir. So some elements are in CRD 3. Purchase of raw materials. So GST not given in the examination. Consumable materials, wages paid to factory workers. Production bonus paid to factory workers. Carriage inward or freight inward. Wages to foreman and storekeeper. Stores and spares consumed. So other indirect wages to factory staff. Insurance premium paid for inventories. So expenses paid for pollution control and engineering and maintenance. expenses on research and development. So expenses paid for pollution control and engineering and maintenance, cost limit already given in the examination. Next, expenditure research and development, salary to accountants, fees paid to legal advisor, employer's contribution, cost of power and fuel, royalty, salary paid to production control manager, salary to delivery staff, packing cost paid for redistribution of finished goods, that is the secondary packing. Next, income tax for the assessment year 2019-20, fees paid to statutory auditor, fees to cost auditor, fees to independent directors, salary paid to general manager, donation to PM National Relief Fund, value of sales. So here sales value directly given. Next, CRD 5, sir. CRD 5. Cost sheet CRD 3 and 5. 3 and 5. This is the CRD 5. Here, consumable stores and spares, research and development cost for process improvements, quality control cost, packing cost, lease rent of production asset, administrative expenses, general, selling and distribution expenses, finished goods opening, finished goods closing. Here, inventory levels also there. So adjust the inventory levels to cost of production, then we get COGS. So that is the combination of 3 and 5. So compared to classroom problems, examination problem is very, very simple. No GST adjustments, no further items. So just plain, just related items. Common cost elements are given in the problem. Easily do it, sir. So first we have to find out the sales. Next, divided with the volume. Then we get the selling price per unit. So this is the cost sheet, sir. So cost sheet 3B. Next. So 3A, 3B. So 3A, budget and budgetary control. So not a discussion. So this is the last chapter in our syllabus. 3B already discussed cost sheet. So 3B, that easy. Okay. Next. Next one, sir. 4A. Process costing. So process costing already completed, sir. SDG Limited is a manufacturer of chemical GK which is required for industrial use. The complete production operation requires two processes. The raw material first passes through process 1 where chemical G is produced. Following data is furnished for the month of April 2022. Opening work in progress quantity 9,500 KS. That is the opening work in progress. Material 100%. Conversion cost means labor and overheads, collectively known as conversion cost. 50% completed, sir. So material input quantity 1,05,000. Opening work in progress 9,500. Current input 1,05,000. Lakh total input, sir. 1,14,500. Less normal loss. Less normal loss, less closing work in progress, we get expected output. Here actual output, sir, work completed quantity 83,000. Then we get abnormal loss or abnormal gain. So next, you are further provided that opening work in progress cost, material cost 29,500. Processing cost means conversion cost equal to 14,750. Next, current period cost incurred, material input cost 3,34,500, conversion cost equal to 2,53,100. So cost elements are given. So normal process loss may be estimated to be 10% of material input. Material input means current input. Here current input equal to 1,05,000. So 10% of 1,05,000 equal to 10,500. So easily calculate the abnormal loss or abnormal gain. Okay. Next, any loss over and above normal loss is 100% complete in material and processing. So that means abnormal loss units per completion 100% in all segments, material segment and conversion cost segment. Conversion cost segment means overheads and labor and overheads. Next, the company transfer 60,000 cases of output from process 1 to process 2 for producing chemical GK. So here final product equal to GK. So in process 1, chemical G produced. That transferred to process 2, final product name is GK. Further materials are added in process 2 which yield 1.2 Ks of chemical GK for every kg of chemical G is produced. So the chemical transferred to process 2 for further processing and then sold a chemical GK for 10 rupees per kg. Any quantity of output completed in process 1 are sold chemical G at the rate of 9 rupees per kg. So in process 1 output market value equal to 9 rupees per kg. So here the monthly cost incurred in process 2 are given as under. Next, what they are asking in this question, you are required prepare statement of equivalent production and determine the cost per kg of chemical G in process 1. Use the weighted average method. Lucky fellow, weighted average method. So in weighted average method, previous period work completion plus current period work completion both are considered, so that opening work in progress in all sections work completion equal to 100%. Already discussed, sir. Opening work in progress, previous period work completion plus current period work completion, we get 100% in all sections. Next, introduced and completed. So in all sections that is 100%. So don't segregate. So finally one dialogue, units completed, units completed, sir. So here question number 4A, opening work in progress 9,500 units completed in all sections, 100. Next, introduced and completed, sir. Introduced and completed. So closing work in progress 16,500. 1 minute, sir. Here opening work in progress 9,500. Okay, 1 minute. So first current input opening work in progress, madam. 1 minute. Opening work in progress 9,000 plus current input 1,05,000. 1,14,000. This is total input. Total input less normal loss. 10% of 1,05,000. 10,500. 1,04,000. 1,04,000. Next closing work in progress, madam. 16,500. 87,000. Actual, madam. 83,000. Abnormal loss, madam. Abnormal. Am I right? So in 83,000 includes two factors. Opening work in progress, sir. 9,000. 83 minus 9,500. 73,000. So here question is asking weighted average method. Don't segregate. So because opening work in progress, previous period work completion plus current period work completion, 100% in all segments. Next to 73,500 in all sections, 100% work completed. So don't segregate. So finally one dialogue, units completed. 83,000. 83,000. 83,000. Okay. 83,000 correct answer. 83,000. 83,000. So 83,000. Next closing work in progress 16,500. 16,500. So closing work in progress material 100%. Conversion cost 60%. Correct. Next, normal loss should not consider. While calculating the unit cost, normal loss should not be considered. Ultimately, remaining units rate per unit is inflated. Next, abnormal loss. Please check it. 4,500. Correct. Sir, clearly mentioned. Abnormal loss units work completion equal to 100% in all sections. So 100%, 100%. So finally, equivalent units in material segment equal to 1,04,000. Equivalent units in process in conversion cost segment to 97,400. Next, statement of cost per equivalent unit under weighted average method. Cost already incurred plus current period cost incurred less realizable value of normal loss, then we get net cost incurred. Am I right? Sir, cost already incurred for opening work in progress, sir. 29,500, 14,750, 44,250. Next, cost incurred during the period, sir. 3,34,500, 2,53,100. So total 5,87,600. Realizable value of normal loss. Here normal loss scrap value nil. There is no market value. So finally net cost incurred 3,64,000, 2,67,850. So finally total incurred 6,31,850. So equivalent units in material segment 1,04,000, in conversion cost segment 97,400. So A by B, sir, A by B we get cost per equivalent 3.5, 2.75, 6.25. Clear? So dead easy. First bit. Right. So question 1 completed. Next, second bit. Prepare a statement showing cost of chemical G transferred to process 2 and cost of abnormal loss and cost of closing work in progress. So that is the statement of apportionment of cost. Statement of apportionment of cost. So statement of apportionment of cost. So statement of apportionment of cost. See this. Completed and transferred. Completed and transferred. So directly 83,000 into 6.25. 83,000 into 6.25. Please check it. 5,18,000. Correct. Next, cost of abnormal loss. So 4,500. 4,500 into 6.25. In all sections 100% completed. So 4,500 into 6 point. Correct. Next, closing work in progress. Work completion is non-uniform. So please show the segment wise. Material segment 16,500 into 3.5. Next, conversion cost segment, that is the process cost segment. 9,900. Yes, 9,900. Exactly correct. Into 2.75. Yet. Finally, 84,009. So here total cost incurred, madam, 6,31,850. Here also 6,31,000. Clear? Okay. So this is weighted average method. Already same pattern discussed in classroom segment. Okay. Right. In main material. So in main material, 1 minute. 365 page number 365. So 365. 365. 1 minute. CRD 11. CRD 11. This one. Here also, units in process on 1st February. All materials used means 100%. Labor and overheads means conversion cost. So 25%. Number of units introduced, units completed, units in process. So cost records work in progress on 1st February. Already cost already incurred for opening work in progress equal to 8,000 rupees. Cost incurred during the month equal to 55,600. So here question is asking statement of equivalent production, statement showing cost of each element, statement of apportionment of cost. So in our material, 1 bit additional bit, sir, process cost. But question is not asking process cost account, just only 3 bits. Okay. So in process costing, guess question number 5, sir. So 70%. Right. Same problem is already there in MM material, but in the problem given in the exam, 2 new points are added. Two new points, sir. So this is the new points. Process 2 details. Process 2 details. In MM problem only process 1 details are given, but here process 2 details also given. So 2 new points are added for strengthening the concept of question. Don't expect ICAI to give copy paste style of problems, and they will make some modifications. Concept questions given in our material at the end of each problem will help you to handle this kind of problematic better. Right. So here STG company is considering the option of to sell 60,000 case of chemical G of process 1 without processing it further in process 2. Will it be benefitable for the company over the current pattern of processing 60,000 case in process 2? So see the side answer, sir. So profit if sold after process 2. Additional revenue, working note 1 here, working note 1. When 60,000 kgs of G transferred to process 2, then it produced GK, that is the final product, which is 1.2 kgs of G is used. That means 72,000 kgs of GK. So additional revenue equal to 72,000 into 10 minus 60,000 into 9. So as per product G, revenue 60,000 into 9. As per GK, revenue equal to 72,000 into 10. So finally 1,80,000 additional revenue. So here additional cost incurred already given in the problem. Additional cost incurred already given in the problem, sir. Additional cost incurred already given in the problem. So here additional cost details are given in the problem. Additional cost details are given in the problem. So here additional cost 89,600. So sorry, this one 85,000 plus 50,000. 85,000 plus 50,000. Right, correct. So finally additional profit 45,000. So additional revenue, sir. When 60,000 kgs of G transferred to process 2, then it produces final product name is GK. So here how much input quantity is used, sir? 60,000 into 1.2. So total quantity is used, sir, 72,000 kgs. Revenue 72,000 kgs of GK into selling price per unit 10 rupees. 10 rupees. Suppose market value of G, sir, 60,000 into 9. 60,000 into 9. So 60,000 into 9. Difference is equal to additional revenue equal to 1,80,000 rupees. Additional cost incurred equal to 1,35,000 rupees. Additional benefit equal to 45. So better advice, sir, go to further processing. Go to further processing. So additional revenue equal to 45,000 rupees. So this is the conceptual clarity bit, sir. So that is newly added in this question. So additional revenue, additional cost to finally find out the additional profit. So third bit, additional bit, sir, is the 4A. Okay, right. Next 4B, sir. 4B. This is marginal costing. UV Limited started a manufacturing unit from 1st October 2021. It produces designer lamps and sells lamps at 450 rupees per unit. During the quarter ending 31st December 2021, it produced and sold 12,000 units and suffered a loss 35 rupees per unit. During the quarter ending 31st March 2022, it produced and sold 30,000 units and earned a profit of 40 rupees per unit. So here sales and profits are given at two different activity levels. So, sir, December 2021 31st December, during the quarter ending 31st December 2021, during the quarter ending 31st March 2022. So here sold 12,000 units, here sold 30,000 units, here loss making at this volume, here profit making. So sales and profits are given at two different volumes. In that case, first we have to calculate PV ratio, next to fixed cost, next to BEP. Same here, total fixed cost incurred by UV Limited per quarter, next to break even sales, next to calculate if the sales volume reaches 50,000 units in the next quarter. So calculate the profit, that is the desired sales volume is given, then desired sales in quantity equal to fixed cost plus profit by contribution per unit. Marginal costing, desired profit is given in the problem, desired volume is given in the problem. Calculate the desired profit, relation between desired profit and desired sales in units. Desired sales in units equal to F plus P by contribution per unit. See this answer, sir. So this is the first quarter sales amount to 54 lakhs, so loss amount to 4,20,000. Second quarter sales amount to 135 lakhs, so profit equal to 12 lakhs. So first sales and profits are available at two different volumes. First we have to calculate PV ratio. Here PV ratio equal to change in profit by change in sales in 100, 20%. Next question is asking fixed cost. So fixed cost equal to contribution minus profit. Select one volume. Select one volume, either 30,000 units volume or 12,000 units volume. So select any one. So fixed cost amount same, 15 lakhs. Fixed cost amount equal to 15 lakhs. Next break even sales formula, fixed cost by PV ratio. Fixed cost by PV ratio. Next desired sales in desired, 1 minute. Your question is asking calculate the profit if sales volume reaches 50,000 units in the next quarter. So quarter ending 30th June. So 50,000 selling price per unit already given in the problem. Am I right? Here selling price per unit equal to 450. So PV ratio directly available. So convert the sales volume, desired sales volume into selling price per unit equal to desired sales in rupees. So desired sales in rupees equal to F plus P by PV ratio. So no need to calculate contribution per unit. So here desired sales volume directly available in the problem, multiply with selling price per unit, then we get desired sales in rupees. So what relation between desired sales in rupees and desired profit? Desired sales in rupees equal to F plus P by PV ratio. Apply. So desired sales in rupees equal to fixed cost plus desired profit by PV ratio. Desired profit equal to 30 lakhs. Desired profit equal to 30 lakhs. Right. So this is the problem number 4B. So same question is already there in MM material with 5 points, but in this question given in the public exam just 3 points are given. So question given in the exam is simple than that of question given in our material. So here assignment 1 year, sir. So 95%, that means just numbers change. So in our main material number, 1 minute, 312. So this is the problem, assignment 1. So here 2 financial years are given, but in the examination 2 quarters are given. So here also sales and profits are available at 2 different volumes. So here question is asking PV ratio, fixed cost, break even point, sales required to earn a profit of 45,000. Sales required to earn a profit of, so desired sales to desired profit. Desired sales equal to desired F plus P by PV ratio. Okay, so just numbers change, sir. Same problem. So this is the 4B. Sir, I think 4A, 4B easy. Next 4C. So this is the cost accounting system, sir. So I'm going to discuss next chapter after the ABC costing. Presently running chapter is activity based costing, sir. So next I'm going to next discussion cost accounting system. So 5 marks journal entry, sir. So same problem is already there in MM material, but the problem given in the exam, just amounts are changed. So in our main material, page number 453. So right, journalize the following transactions assuming cost and financial accounts are integrated. So same here, direct metal issue to production, CRD 5A, CRD 5A, sir. CRD 5A. So CRD 5A. So first one, direct metal issue to production. Direct metal issue to production. Direct metal issue to production. Next one, allocation of wages. Allocation of wages. So there is a wages charge to production, sir. Wages charge to production. Allocation is charged. Next, factory overheads over absorbed, sir. Factory overheads over absorbed. Factory overheads over absorbed. Factory overheads over absorbed. Next, admin overheads under absorbed. Admin overheads under absorbed. Admin overheads under absorbed. So same question. So here, deficiency found in stocks. So this is the new transaction. This is already covered in at the time of introduction. So that is the factory overhead control account, data to raw material control account. So here that is mentioned in this note. Same problem is already there in MM material, but in the problem given in the exam, just amounts are changed and one new transaction is added. That is the new transaction, deficiency found in stock of raw materials. So one new transaction is added for strengthening the conceptual of the question. So don't expect ICAI to give the copy paste style problems. They will make some modifications, concept questions given on our material at the end of each problem will help you to handle this kind of problems. Okay. So this type of transaction already discussed at the time of introduction, format of in these schemes. Okay, right. So this is the 4C. So 4A, 4B, 4C. 4A process costing, 4B marginal costing, 4C. Next, fifth question, sir. Fifth question. So this is running chapter, presently running chapter, activity based costing. Here 3 product names are given: labor hours per unit, machine hours per unit, material per unit, volumes. So here they are already discussed in the classroom. First we have to calculate total overhead cost amount. First we have to calculate total overhead cost amount. Then out of that, 40% of total overhead cost allocated to setup activity, 10% allocated to machinery activity, 30% allocated to material handling activity, 20% allocated to inspection activity. Last problem. First we have to calculate total overhead cost amount. Next, percentage. So next here, number of setups, driver names directly given. So driver quantities also given in the problem. So what they are asking in this question: calculate the cost per unit of each product using the conventional method means traditional method. Conventional method means traditional method. Traditional method means first we have to calculate the rate. All overheads varies with a single driver in conventional method. Under ABC method, overheads can be divided into different activities. Each activity assigned with a single driver. Am I right? So next, calculate the cost per unit of each product using the activity based costing method, sir. So this is the 46th edition assignment 3 problem, 95%. So that means just the numbers change. So main material, sir. main material. So 419, 419, 419 assignment. Yes, this one. So here row wise provide information provided row wise, but in the examination column wise. 1 minute. So first product names AX, BX, CX. Here PQR. PQR. Next, Mishnas per unit. Here, Mishnas per unit. Next, direct labor hours per unit. Direct labor hours per unit. Direct labor hours per unit. Next, direct material per unit, sir. Next, production. So, in our material, column wise details are given. Here, row wise details. In our material, row wise details. But in the examination, just the presentation change. Same information. Same information. So, here also percentages are given 20, 30, 40, 10. Okay. So, calculate the cost per unit of each product using traditional method. Traditional method means conventional method. So, absorbing all production overheads on the basis of Mishnas, that is the single driver. Next, calculate the cost per unit of each product using activity based costing. Activity based costing. 10 marks problem. Dead easy. Next. So, this is the activity based costing, sir. So, same problem is already there in MM material, but the problem given in the public exam, just amounts are changed. If you solve the assignment problems given in our material, so then you can easily handle this kind of problems. Assignment problems also very, very important, sir. Next, 5B. So, favorite chapter. ABC answers. 1 minute. ABC answers. I will tell. 5A. So, total cost per unit to AX 115, BX 88, BX 88. Next, CX 150. Right? So, next. Here total overhead amounts. So 4 lakhs 50, 5 lakhs 62,500, 18 lakhs 75, 28 lakhs 87,500. So right. Statement showing cost per unit of ABC under ABC 126.27. Check it. 103.62. Next 138.81. Okay. Right. Here driver rates working notes, sir. So setup cost driver rate 750. Mission rate 3. Metal handling 750. Inspection 385. So statement showing overhead cost per unit of ABC costing. Okay. So this is the ABC. Next. Next one, sir. Standard costing. So favorite chapter. Sir, a manufacturing department of a company has employed 120 workers. The standard output NPX is 20 units per hour and the standard wage rate 25 rupees per labor. Here standard output of NPX, that is standard output of company product, is 20 units per hour, sir. Per hour means 120 workers are engaged 1 hour. So therefore time allowed for 20 units equal to 120 hours. 1 unit allowed time equal to 6 hours. 1 unit allowed time equal to 6 hours. 1 unit allowed time equal to 6 hours. So same problem is already there in MM material with 3 categories of employees, but in this question only one category of employee. So question given in the exam is simple than question given in our material. In our material, 3 categories of employees: skilled, semi-skilled, unskilled. But in this problem only one category of workers. So our study material, page number 241. 241. 41. So this is the problem. So the standard output of product DJ is 25 units per hour in manufacturing department of a company employing 100 workers. In the examination, 120 workers. 120 workers. In our material, 100 workers. In 1 hour, 25 units. 1 hour, 25 units. Here 1 hour, 20 units. 20 units. Just numbers change. Next. In a 40 hours week, the department produced 960 units of product. DJ, despite a 5% of the time paid was lost due to abnormal reason. So here idle time exists. Idle time equal to 5% of time paid. So 5% of paid hours. 5% of working hours equal to 95% of paid hours. Working hours equal to 95% of paid hours. In our material, so in our exam paper, in a 48 hours week, the department produced 1000 units of NPX despite of same 5% of the time paid being lost due to abnormalism. Same as this. Here also working hours equal to 95% of paid hours. Idle time equal to 5% of paid hours. Total paid hours 5% is idle time, abnormal idle time. Remaining 95% equal to working hours. Next. Sir. Here 3 groups are there. But in the examination, only one group. Here group A workers, group B workers, group C workers. In our examination, only one group workers. That is compared to material problem. Examination problem is very, very simple. Only one category of employees are working in the organization. Okay, right. So this is the problem. So right, just 95% means just numbers change. Next, 5C. Answer. I will show the answer. This is the problem, sir. So labor cost variance 1968 favorable. Labor rate variance 4032 adverse. Okay. Next, labor efficiency variance 13,200 favorable. Next, normal idle time variance. So that is the labor idle time variance, sir. Labor idle time variance. Labor idle time variance equal to 7,200 adverse. So this is the 5B. Am I right? Next, 5C. Sir, joint and byproducts. So not yet discussed, sir. So here same question is already there in MM material with 4 products. But in the question given in the public exam, just 3 products. Question given in the exam is simply than the question given in our material. If you listen to the classes attentively and appear for all our revision exams, then you can easily answer all these questions with the conceptual clarity, sir. So this is the joint and byproducts chapter. In our material, 4 products details are given, but in the examination only 3 product details are given. Remaining concept same to same. Remaining content same to same. Just the difference is in our material 4 product details are given, but in the examination only 3 product details are given. Right? So I will show, sir. Joint and byproducts 5555. 555. So this is the problem, sir. So here 4 products details are given, but in our examination only 3 products. This is the joint and byproducts. Next. So 5th question completed, sir. So in the 5th question, one question is activity based costing 10 marks. Next standard costing, activity based costing 5 marks. Next standard costing 5 marks, sir. Sir, here 1 minute, sir. 5A, not 5, sir. This is the 10 marks, sir. 5A 10 marks. 5B 5 marks. 5C 5 marks. Joint and byproducts. So no surprising issue. Okay. So next 6th question. So completely theory question, sir. Theory question 6A. Briefly explain the essential features of good cost accounting system, sir. Same question is already there in MM theory material, sir. So MM theory material 7th page. 7th page. So this is 6th question. Discuss essential features of good cost accounting system. What are the characteristics of good cost accounting system? So points 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is the next one, sir. 6A completed. Next 6B. Material costing. Write down the treatment of following items associated with the purchase of material. Cash discount. Treatment cash discount. These items are not considered while preparing the cost statement. Next shortage. So IGST, basic customs duty, demurrages. So this is the material chapter, sir. So in theory material question 6B, page number 21. Page number 21. 1 minute. Page number 21. Right. So this is the first question. So here detention charges or fines, demurrages, cost of returnable containers, central goods service tax. Next shortage due to abnormal reasons. So these are the items. Next question. 6C, employee cost. Explain the treatment of overtime premium in the following situations. So these situations already discussed in employee turnover chapter, employee cost chapter. So same problem is already in MM problematic material model 3. Model 3. So 131 page number, regular material. 131 page number. So this is the overtime circumstances. When it is required regularly as a policy due to labor shortage, it should be treated as a part of cost and charged to job at an inflated wage rate. Already 3 cases already done in the problem. So here 4 cases. So same. Next one. Next set. 6D. So standard costing, sir. Briefly discuss some of the criticism which may be leveled against the standard costing system. So same question is already there in MM problematic material. Next 6E. 6E, sir. 6E. Identify the methods of costing from the following statements. Already discussed in introduction, sir. Costs are directly charged to group of products. That cost ascertaining program is calling as batch costing. Next, nature of the product is complex and method cannot be ascertained. Multiple costing. Multiple Costing. Cost is ascertained for a single product. Single costing or unit costing or output costing. Single costing or unit costing or output costing. Next, all costs are directly charged to a specific job. Job cost. Next, costs are charged to operations and average over units. That is the operation costing. That is the process and operation costing. Process and operation cost. So cost is ascertained at each stage of production separately. Such type of cost ascertaining program is calling as process cost. Okay. So if you listen to the classes attentively and appear all revision exams, then easily do it, sir. Exam paper is very, very easy. Okay. So, okay. Right. Thank you.